Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Age of Empires 2 commentary, where I'm going to ramble and blab as I watch two completely random players play a ranked 1 versus 1 game on Arabia. And let me just tell you, you should know from the onset that this is going to be a good game because these players, look, nobody has a Steam name like this unless they're Chinese. The only users that have names like these are in China. So you just know it's going to be good. In blue, this gentleman is playing as the Huns. Huns are a neat nation. They have this cool cavalry unit, the Tarkin. It's good against buildings, which is a little special, snowflakey. But otherwise, they've got a lot of problems. They do have Parthian tactics and thumb ring, so they've got like good cav archers, and they also have paladins too. But their siege is yucky. They can't read. Towers are nowhere to be seen. Yeah, and they miss out on Arbalest too. A neat thing about Huns is they don't need to make houses. Wait, did he just lose? No, okay, he lost a goat. I'm sorry. I was looking at that like, what just died? Just killed something in one hit. But it was losing a sheep. Sad. Could hurt his build. And in red, this guy is playing as the Vietnamese, which is an archery civ. They have a neat castle unit. The starts with an R. Yeah, the Rattan archers. What is going on? Who's being attacked? Oh, over here. Yeah, the Rattan archer is like good against other archers, but otherwise not so good on its own. Anyway, I think the Vietnamese are sort of like a very mediocre archery civ, and I think the Huns are considered pretty good, so I think this in a vacuum is sort of favoring blue. But we'll see. A very thrilling duel of the minds. Oh yeah, let's turn on villager count. So blue has 18 villagers to red 17. Both of them just, yeah, doing what appears to be a fairly standard Dark Age. Nothing really special going on. I guess I could talk about the map. Arabia is pretty popular. I don't know why. I feel like the this terrain texture is very hard on the eyes. Unlike the soft, easy greens of some other maps. But, whatever. So he's got 3 golds that are all pretty easily obtainable. A stone right here next to his town center, and then another one over here. He's really desperate to kill the scout. He should just kite it into his TC. Blue's got a gold back here, one over here, and this is his primary. Stone. So I guess the resource distribution's pretty even. There's a gold way over here, and I don't think there's anything over here except a boar. Oh no, that's not a boar. It's much more dangerous. There's a gold over here and a little tiny stone pile on this giant mountain. Ah, yes. As expected from a master player, he kites the scout into his TC and kills it. He's actually recruiting militia. Interesting. I guess he's rushing on the back of his feudal age hit. Whoa, he's already going for stone? In the Dark Age? No, he's taking villagers forward. I guess he's planning on tower rushing. We'll see how blue manages to defend himself against this. I like this forward mill exclusively to hunt down these deer. That's cool. Yeah, two. Oh my god, he's throwing in a lot. 3 militia, 4 villagers, and his scout all going into Blue's base. And is Blue gonna react to this? We'll see. We'll see. He doesn't see it yet. Okay. The militia here. What a reaction. Immediately pulls them off. And instantly starts walling, lays down a stable. This is really good timing for Blue to finish his Castle Age, and he's instantly getting those upgrades. Horse Collar and Double Bit Axe, too. And Red, also very quick on the timing, gets his Man-at-Arms upgrade just as his attack is going up, and a watchtower being built. Blue has no idea, and this basically denies the berries from him, but I don't think he's too broken up about that. I mean, it sucks. It is like free food that's easy to get, but oh, actually, he has so many villagers doing nothing. He's floating a lot of wood though. He could be. What is going on here? What are they doing? Okay, Red is creeping towers over, but this is not going to work. I mean, the TC will just blow this up. This is a bad one. Back at home. Not doing anything, just has his spearmen hanging out. Yeah, this watchtower was just a terrible idea. Honestly, should have canceled it. Well, I'm not really sure what Blue is doing anymore. I thought he was in a good position, but it appears he wants to have most of his economy be idle, and now he's going all in to take this tower down. I guess he's really freaking desperate for his berry bush back. Well, we can see how many vills he's gonna lose. So far he's lost 2. And the rest of Red's villagers are running. Oh, this is actually terrible for Red. There's no way these guys are gonna get out. Yeah, better to fight to the death. Get some scout kills, at least. Unless your opponent is paying attention and kites. So, yeah, I wasn't really... I didn't really think Blue was doing too well, because he has so many villagers idle or, you know, wasting their time. But he does push that off, and he gets a lot of villager kills in return. A little sloppy by both players. Red definitely could have been booming a little more behind that. He had no pressure in his base at all. I don't think he needs to be mining stone right now. Unless he's planning on getting some like early castle or something. But both players going into a sort of lull after that initial ridiculous aggression. It doesn't appear to have slowed Blue down at all, who has the villager lead after picking off all those kills. And we have a nice bit of farmland around his town center too. Oh, actually trying to snipe those gold miners, but a quick wall keeping them alive. I'm sure Red is paying very close attention. Yeah, Blue's just looking around, lurking in the dark, trying to find some opening. Oh, and he might find it here, but there's a spearman. Yeah. Wisely pulls away. And this is already mostly walled off. So we're at 17.5 minutes, and Red is not really in a position to go to Castle Age. Is Blue, though? No, definitely not. So, not going to see an early Castle Age from either player. Fair enough. Both of them had to deal with some early aggression. But in the score lead, Blue is really starting to pull ahead. I guess that's from his villager numbers, presumably, and the extra resources that they're gathering. Ew, what is this? What is this wall? Yucky. What is the point of this? I mean, yeah, it gets you a little map control, but this is still open. Does Blue know that? I mean, he can infer. It seems ridiculous. Like, what? Why? What? This doesn't guard anything. This is open. This is open. All of this giant field is accessible. And it's not like it's guarding an essential resource or something. Like, if it was over here at least, you know, the stone is protected. Or if this was walled, then the relic is safe. This wall makes sense, I suppose. You can't wrap around his base. Laying down 2 archery ranges. Interesting. I would imagine the Huns are not very good at non-horse cavalry archers, so I'm curious why he's even bothering. Maybe it's just to compete with the Vietnamese. He wants to get skirmishers out. Let's see, what are the skirmisher line? So he doesn't, well, he gets elite skirmishers. Oh, is something dying? Oh, he snipes a villager on stone. Yeah, and then he gets out of there for free. It's like Red is slowly building a palisade. Yeah, slowly building a palisade out. Score lead looking pretty dramatic right now, actually. Oh, there's a hole in this wall. Is he gonna see this? Yeah, he does. Blue just casually running in to slap some farmers. Okay, he doesn't pay for it, although he's getting a little close. This one's got 3 HP. He comes back. Ooh. Oh, he's dodging the arrows. And the spear. Oh, he's just run. The spearman AI broken? Wow. Absurd. How ridiculous. How ridiculous that was allowed to happen. This lone spearman really can't do the job. He needs some help. Because Blue is just completely ruining Red's day with these 3 scouts. A very cheap investment. And killing 1 villager already, you know, fantastic. Looks like we're getting some archers pumped out. A great thing about Blue having so much map control and just being in Red's base is he has, like, total knowledge. You know, he sees the archer line, he sees the double archery ranges, so he's completely aware of what his opponent's trying to do, and he hits Castle Age as well, putting up a 3rd archery range, and immediately building cavalry archers. Okay. That's not what I thought he would make. I guess they have the same range as normal archers. But I'm curious, do Vietnamese archers have more range? No. What's going on over here? Nothing. So the archer bull has moved onto the gold line here for Blue. And he has a few cavalry archers to defend himself. Oh, and scouts too. These scouts are just... Alright, that was pretty good. Red retreating, maybe on the hill he's gonna stand and fight? Or he's just microing himself to death? So being on this hill's good. It gets his enemy a pretty bad attack penalty. So he loses a couple archers, but he kills all the scouts, and then I think a handful, or like 1 cavalry archer. So not a horrendous trade. These archers are pretty cheap. And immediately going into skirmishers, researching crossbowmen. Probably should have had crossbowmen researched before that attack went through. But he didn't really have any info, so he was not aware that his opponent was going to do that. Why is he pulling his lumber guy? I mean, I guess there's not that many trees here left, but they're still there. You can still chop them. This is just like wasted economic time. Very strange. And blue, being in Castle Age now, plopping down a town center. Both players going for padded archer armor, getting the first archery upgrade. So now they have a little more default and pierce armor, giving them more protection. And it seems this is going to be a pretty archery intensive match, although one of the players has a little more mobility than the other. Wow, red is just slamming down on the upgrades. Wheelbarrow, heavy plow, stone mining, getting 4 at the same time. Blue is content to just boom, looks like only on 2 town centers. And red finishes his first castle here, protecting his gold, and he's starting to get out his Rataean archers. I'm curious how they'll do against these cavalry archers. I assume they're going to do pretty good with all this pierce armor. Red taking a disastrous fight where he is horribly outnumbered in an open field and wisely retreats to his castle. Blue getting a little baited to taking some archer shots, but he's pushed off by the castle. Definitely a good thing for red to have this. Without it, he would be a pretty horrible spot. There's a massive villager gap that's being created just over having this one extra town center up 14 villagers now. He is getting a second town center up, trying to build more houses. Oh, what is red doing? This is very red-blue, just like letting farms die and not replacing them. I don't know. I guess he's paying attention to this army down here. We'll see how many villagers he can kill. These are basically all free. Red's just not reacting. Okay, he is now. Ringing the bell seems very silly. Like, you know, these villagers up here don't need to go hide. They're totally safe. But these guys need to get out of there. This is just... Oh, that was free! Okay. Unfortunately, Red's combined arms force here is really just way too weak to realistically deal with all of these cavalry archers, who have a lot of upgrades on them already. Hitting for 8. And blue getting his first university out too, so he can research his one tech that he has available to him. I'm trying to put down a watchtower, but just taking the fight over here. Loses a few cav, loses a few archers, or maybe just skirmishers. You can see these Rataeans, when they're getting hit, they really don't get hurt at all. Like, this guy, look how many, he had to get shot maybe like 20 times before he actually got killed. Granted, red is doing a horrible job focus firing here. This one cavalry archer sitting with 1 HP and just being allowed to do damage. Okay, there you go. He finishes him off, finally. But he really needs to just give up on this tower and stop flooding in units one at a time. He just needs a critical mass of troops to deal with this small raiding force, which has mostly been dealt with. Mostly, he killed a lot of them. The villager count looking pretty disastrous, up 23 now, and red has a second town center. He's just not using it. Does he have the food? Yeah, he has the food. Okay, maybe he was making troops out of it. I was just missing it. Blue has a third TC, however, in the back of his base on his main gold. And yeah, red's just sort of in a crummy spot. Having this whole area be open has really ruined him. Just letting... I mean, this is the second major raiding party that's just been allowed to get into his base. And this is possibly the end of the game. See how many villagers he kills. He's actually not focus firing any of the villagers, and they all get away? Oh, this guy's gonna die. I mean, what is red doing? Where is the army? Where is the protection? Where's the military? He's not making anything. He's just building watchtowers. Watchtowers aren't going to save you. Blue very foolishly being afraid of a single skirmisher. He just needs to, like,
Bái kiến điện hạ.
attack
Điện hạ.
all of these vills. They're so free. At least these guys on stone are just completely out in the open. Ah, and another big army of cavalry archers roaming around the northern side of Red's base. Honestly, I don't even know why he cares about this watchtower. It's not going to kill anyone anytime soon. See, look how long it takes for this thing to take out a single archer. Okay, well, if he garrisons in it, then it's a different story. This is sloppy. This is throwing. That is yeah, that's just throwing. 35 villager lead now. Surely there is no way Red could come back from this. The dude is just refusing to spend his food and his gold. He's not making a single military unit. Just collecting resources so that way he can have them. Building a 4th town center over here? Why? This dude's gonna lose the game right now. Like, this game's over. He is inting as hard as he possibly can by he's just not making military units.
Dạ bẩm, có dân nữ.
I mean, Blue is way too concerned about these towers. Finally just walks in, pushes Red off his stone, as he should have done. This is silly. Still, all these villagers are free. All these villagers can be killed. Instead, he's wasting his time shooting at lumber camps and at a watchtower. Red finally thinking, oh no, I'm going to lose the game if I don't build military units. And he's actually making some. Why does Blue have 25 villagers idle? Where are they? What is going on? Where are these idle villagers? Hold on. I just swapped to Blue. Over here? What is he doing? He has so many villagers idle. 15? What is he looking at that he's just like... I mean, that is so bad. That's like... If those vills were active that whole time... I mean, you can see the gap in the villagers. Like 40, 41. Both players somehow going up to Imperial Age. Ooh, Blue putting a very aggressive castle down in front of his opponent's base. Red trying to take a fight here, just stupid. Not in a million years would he win that. Yeah, still no way that this is ever going to be a victory. Especially with the lack of focus fire. Is Red even rebuilding military units? He is. Okay, alright, whatever. He's making some more now. But there's a substantial villager and military lead. Blue has almost double Red's population. And looks like he's about to make that grow even more. Yeah, I mean, there's no way Red comes back from this. Right? Like, this is absolutely impossible. And it's not like Red needed to change a lot. You know, his early aggression on Blue was okay. But there was just a point where he just stopped making units. He just stopped making military units. I mean, we're still kind of in that phase. Like, he's floating a bunch of food. And he's making some skirmishers, but he only has 2 archery ranges. Like, he's just throwing them away. He's never had a critical mass them. He's always had, like, 10. And he tries to fight, like, 20 horse cavalry. These guys, this is just stupid, though. Just letting these guys do nothing. Well, it looks like Blue's coming in for the finishing blow here. Executing even more villagers. This castle is getting sieged down, but like blue could just walk in and frag this trebuchet whenever he wants. Also, he's got some cavaliers now too. Unfortunately, he uses one trebuchet to destroy the other, and looks like he's going to win the Treb War. He's going to pop this town center. And these guys get cleaned up in the south. I wonder what Red is doing. What exactly is he looking at? There's not much he really needs to look at. I don't understand why he has 23 villagers on gold if he's just going to be floating thousands of gold. Hopefully the Hun player can end this game quick so that way we can get into the next one. Because surely there's no way Red can come back from this. I say again, surely there's no way he could possibly win this game. He's getting scale barding armor for his cavalry that he's never going to be making in this game, so Red is just like actually soft inting by researching this tech. I mean, this is such a massive ball of cavalry archers. This guy could end the game so fast. All he has to do is just walk under the town center and kill all these villagers in one hit. Or just walk over and kill all these villagers. The dude will instantly rage quit. I guarantee you the game will end immediately. 100 population lead for blue. Villager lead, though, hasn't really grown that much. But it's going to grow a little now. How did Blue allow his castle to be destroyed? What? How did he just let that happen? Alright, well. Anyway, I mean, he's got the resources to build another one, right? So, yeah, I guess you could play sloppy like that and still win when you have such a stupidly massive lead. That there's no way in a million years your opponent could ever come back. I mean, we don't even need to look at Blue's base. Nothing's ever going to change over here for the rest of the game. Thank Christ. The elo difference between these two players must be ridiculously massive. So Red is rated 1191. Which is kind of crazy that you can actually play this game for like 500 hours and still not know how to build military units. It's like, what are you even doing? And Blue is, well, he's played a fifth of the games, but he's clearly a better player. Castle time for both players is actually very, very close. But yeah, I mean, there was just a point in the game where it was sort of unrecoverable for Red. Sad, really. It was starting out looking pretty okay. But then it just got worse and worse as it went on. I'm going to try to find a game that is already in progress so we don't have to wait. Khmer versus Indians. Are any of these games? I just clicked on that one. Maybe this. Okay, fine. Give me the Khmer one again. Yeah. You don't see Khmer very often. in 1 versus 1, so it's sort of a treat to see them be played. Khmer, for all of you who don't know, this is what they get. They have a unique mounted scorpion in their castles. Come on. This thing, which is a very mimetic unit. It's not very useful, but it is cool. I guess unlike Black Forest, it can be good because you can annihilate trees and stuff. Anyway, they get a pretty excellent archery range without a thumb ring. And their cavalry's okay too. They have these elephants, which are neat. Siege is not bad. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's just okay. I think this nation's just like kind of generic, actually, outside of the elephant memes. And here we have the Indian player in teal. Whoa, someone's already fighting? Scouts are already at each other's throats, trying to kill each other. See, was this map not Arabia? I thought for sure I clicked on this map and it said 1 versus 1 Arabia. Does this look like we're in Arabia to you? It sure doesn't to me. Anyway, Indians, their villagers are cheap, which is very nice economically. Their fishermen are a little better, not going to be relevant on this map at all. And they have extra pierce armor on their camel riders, which could be useful. Khmer can go Indians. Also, humorously, the Indians also have a unique elephant unit from their castle. So this is going to be potentially an elephant v elephant beatdown. But camel riders are pretty good. Good against cavalry. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, their camel riders have an extra 5 attack versus buildings. How strange. So both these civs actually, lots of mounted units and archers. So I'll be curious to see how they do. So let's see, Teal has a lot of gold. Wow. A lot of gold, a lot of stone. What an amazingly convenient gold placement for red. Right next to each other. And a lot of easy to get relics too. There's some stone way out in the middle of nowhere. And gold. And then some relics over there. Yeah, so it looks like, again, a pretty reasonable map. But, oh no. Oh no, Teal didn't actually check this. I wonder if he'll ever actually go back and check that little corner to find his 3rd gold. I'm sure Red easily found all of his, yeah. Can't miss it. That'd be pretty bad if our Indian player just missed that one. Whoa, is this a fast barracks? Or am I just crazy? I feel like this is pretty quick, but he's not making anything out of it. So, or wait, yes he is. Yes he is. He's making militia. He's rushing. He's gonna rush this guy again. We're gonna have another game with early aggression. Oh, cool. I guess we'll get to see how good Red is at defending himself. 2 militia already on the way, and a 3rd. Yep. And he just sends his scout through to get some information. Still doesn't know about that gold in the back of his base. I don't know how Red's going to be able to defend himself here. I mean, you know, of course, I don't think he's going to realistically lose any villagers to these militia, but this lumber camp is totally exposed. The berries are totally out in the open. His scout is nowhere, all the way over there. Oh, actually, he scouted the barracks, so he should know this is coming. Let's see, is he gonna react? Eh? Red? I guess not. Okay, he walls in over here. But he pushes a couple villagers off the wood. And, wait. You sent all of them inside? Ooh, some nice walls over here to defend those berry pickers. And, you know, starts preemptively walling over here. And at the same time, Red is getting into the feudal age. So he's having a pretty ordinary game while being rushed down by his opponent. Isn't this building texture so cool? I'm a fan. I like this a lot. I think it looks quite nice. Yeah, just walling up, and Teal's looking around, or Cyan if you prefer, looking around for an opening. Whoa. Okay. I looked at that and I was like, is that a real tree or has that been cut? And they could just walk through it. But no, in fact, that is a real tree. Red built the stable. Is he making anything in it? Yeah, he's getting a couple scouts out. So at the very least, Teal getting some good scouting information, and he, you know, caused a little economic damage. What is this wall? What are you doing, dude? Oh, jeez. This is horrendous. I mean, if you're going to wall in a big dumb line, why not put the barracks here? And then house, house, house. And then you'd have to... You're... No. Anyway, the militia are getting cleaned up. Everyone is quite happy about that. But this wall, what is this? What is this? Oh yeah, you gotta make sure to fill in the corner. Okay, so by building this wall, we've successfully isolated ourselves from our most valuable resources. And we have failed to deny the enemy the ability to get into our base. So, what was the point? Lost one villager, and now he's lost two. Alright. Still even on the villager count though. Which is odd, because he's been researching Feudal Age. So I guess Red has been slowing down or something? I mean, I know Feudal Age blocked him for a bit. Oh, this is bad. Ooh, this is really bad. Yeah, this Vil gets caught too. So this little raiding party's picked off 4. And these villagers are going to get back home. But kind of looks like Blue is Teal. Sort of being pushed off everywhere. He is blowing a tremendous amount of resources on making these stupid palisade walls. What is he doing? Is this guy inting? Okay. So there's now a moderate villager lead for Blue. God, I keep saying Blue. For Red. He has a couple spearmen out. He should be okay. He got a 3rd even. Is he making a 4th one? I don't know. The scouts run away. Should just plant the spearmen right here and not have them move. Or maybe over here or something. What is this? He palisaded behind the trees. Why? The trees block their walls. The trees are walls. I mean, I know, you know, with this mod that I'm using, it makes the trees look tiny, but they're not that tiny normally. They're pretty big. You can't move through them. They eat up the whole space. Well, whatever. I guess this whole side is sealed, even though it was completely pointless if he just did a little bit of scouting and saw that this is not an open entryway. He could have walled like here, which would be way cheaper, or better yet, just here and here, which would be even cheaper, and it would get him this massive mountain to use and the stone. But no, clearly, you know, the second Great Wall of India, or yeah, India is much better. This is so stupid. Oh my god. Ooh. Ooh. He didn't seal it off. Did he know that that was there? Oh, he does now. Yeah, he's oh man, this guy's molding. He is livid. I can tell. I'm oh. he he didn't. He wasn't even. All right. See ya.